the lieutenant commander aboard is the number 3 in control on the ship. So when Captain Ed Mercer and Kelly Grayson, the second, the XO, they go off ship, then I'm in the captain's chair. I'm from a planet called Moklis, which is an all-male species. So there's, some questions. We get into, procreation and see what that's all about. So it's very, they are the planet that people go to get their weapons from. We're all about missile testing and industrialized. So they're very, they can eat anything pretty much. We urinate once a year. And we're kind of dry.
We've yet to see you actually urinate.
Well, you know what? Hold on. You can't give it all away too soon.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty spectacular when it happens.
Yeah, it is. I would imagine. I mean, so you take all of that, and the places that this character goes over the course of the season, I think it's jaw dropping, and some of it is just wrong. Like it's just not so. Jaw dropping. I cannot believe that they just did it. Yeah. So.
Well, the current episode.
Yeah.
You guys don't know what we're talking about. But,
how was your experience acting through the makeup?
Let me get the other guys
I'm sorry. Please, go ahead.
Talk about their characters.
No. Well, no.
Give him an inch.
Well, you know what? Let me go since because Clyden is Bordis' mate.
Yeah.
In this all male species, and so we're like the family component. So we hope to be America's favorite new couple.
Yes, we are the new couple on the ship.
And
the hashtag.
Yeah. So it's very, Seth is a genius at placing the familiar and taking the familiar and just twisting it, and how it skews from hilarious to dramatic, thought-provoking. It's really, really special the way he's able to calibrate it that way, because he's so well versed in the sci-fi genre, and so it's really a lot of fun to be able to negotiate that calibration in the scenes and what we've been served up, and it's fascinating. You haven't seen this before, for sure. You have not seen what we're going to serve you.
So Isaac is from the planet Kalon. So we're all aliens here, which is quite nice. Kalon is a planet of artificial life forms. So we don't like the dirty word robot, because we are not robots, but we are artificial life forms, which is great. He has been sent as an ambassador to the Orville ship to observe the Union on behalf of the other Kalon, who have something effective like a hive mind, that kind of idea. He's a fascinating character. He doesn't get a lot of human traits, humor for one of them. He's got a long way to learn. And I think that's one of the great things about all the characters in this show. I mean, all actors have played parts that don't have an arc, That's Jay Lee shouting. He's normally shouting on set as well.
He's a shouter.
We got the best job in
the world! We've all played characters that don't go anywhere, but actually all the characters in this do go somewhere, and it's a treat to play. I think Seth is a genius for creating such diverse and deep and interesting characters. So I think everyone's going to really enjoy watching it.
How is it working through your makeup, and do you get much ad-lib, or do you have to stick to the script?
Okay, second question first. No ad-libbing, really. Because, and this is what's great about the writers in the room, for the most part. I think he wrote almost all of the episodes, or at least had a hand in writing. So every and, or the, or plural, or singular, he's very meticulous about the script. And that doesn't mean that we don't have a good time, but there's a rhythm, and he writes, you know, a rhythm, like for each character has their own rhythm in the way that they speak, and we all, you know, thank God we're not shooting film anymore, because it's like you stop and you can hear it when the cadence is not, because it's humor, right? And it's also like dramatic, so like it's very specific, and so that comedy is very specific, right?
And we have a very formalized way of being. Our existence, where we come from, we speak in a particular manner, and then we're also trying to negotiate normal human language. So then we try this hybrid thing. Yeah, we try to incorporate, you know, how the humans speak into our lexicon. And
it's not pedestrian,
right? No,
it's very specific. I mean, some characters.
No room to really improvise in that, because you're going to miss that rhythm and that cadence, because that's part of the humor.
And Isaac prides himself on being vastly intellectually superior to everybody else on the crew, every other race. You try carrying that off with a huge speech of scientific jargon, which is basically what I always get, and it's great fun. But you cannot improvise that shit, can you? I think the same applies to Shakespeare as it does this.
That's pretty.
It keeps it tight.
That's how we approach it in a way. It's very classical.
Yeah,
I'm drawing from my classical training to play this role.
And there's a lovely lady who'll come and tell you off if you get it wrong. And she'll come up with a clipboard and go, an iPad.
One word that you. But that's what's great, because it's created very specific. You know what I mean? And so our job as actors, I mean, and I relied heavily on my classical training as well, because you can hear when it's not not that it's in iambic pentameter or anything like that, or it's not in verse, but you can hear, it's almost like a score, and you can hear when it's not right. And that's why I was saying thank God we're not shooting film, because sometimes it takes 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 times to get like the flow from beginning to the end of the sentence. And we're all about, especially Seth, sticklers for diction and articulation, but that's just because it's these characters, like that's what we speak. Some people speak very pedestrian and very different, so it's different. So, but for me, that, and then, you know, with the prosthetics, the makeup, like I had 2 years of clown class, and it's the most soul stripping, you know, class I've ever been a part of. And so there's mask work, because basically all I have are my eyes and my mouth, and everything else is prosthetic. So, but what's great about it is because Bordas, I wouldn't say he has no sense of humor, but Mocklins are not known for their sense of humor. But to be like the straight guy against the zany, you know, but like, and then like, so have a relationship with the cameras, and so then so you give something to the editors to come in. It's almost like what Modern Family does, you know, like, or like The Office, where they'll have like the editing, like someone will be having a scene and then they'll cut to someone looking, and then they'll come back to the scene. It's like, that's kind of, so I'm using that, the subtlety and the stillness, but to convey lots and lots and lots of different things. That's my personal challenge. I don't know. You have a whole circle.
Thank you.
Thank you.